Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So today I want to make with you guys a altered playing card with a paperclip attached to it, so you can hook it into your journals. So this is really fun to make, and what I have here today is I have some coffee dyed fabrics. I'll show you. Let's see. I got a bunch of coffee dyed fabrics. I did some coffee dyed little bundles with you guys the other day and added some fun little twists to it. So I'll put that on the end screen. You guys can come check out how to make this. It's really fun. So we got that. I'm also going to be messing around with some stencils here, and these are really fun. I love that you can have a big stencil and then all the little stencils. And you get like 6 of these, so they're really fun to play with. Okay, so I got that. And we got some stamps, some ticket stamps here. So those will be fun to play with. Plus I got crackling campfire and walnut stain oxides with some blending tools. Probably play with the little mini fasteners, ideology. And sanding block, and this is just I'm not sure what grit it is, but it's more of a rougher grit, and I just get it like at Home Depot or just a hardware store, somewhere like that. I got some bulb pins. We might attach some, a little dangler with my crocodile here and an eyelet, so that might happen. I just have stuff out. You never know what I'm going to use here. And this stuff is super fun to decorate with, especially for Christmas and stuff. And I don't know if I said it, I'm doing a Christmas theme today. And this is Fun Fur, and it's just an eyelash yarn is what it is. So you got all these little wispy, eyelashy threads that hang off of it, and it's really fun to decorate with. Okay, so we got that. I got some art glitter glue and some Fabrifix glue here. So let's get started. And I might add some more stuff, you never know. So these are just regular playing cards, just the bicycle playing cards, but any card would work. And I have paper dolls here and some Christmas ideology stuff to play with, just to collage. And what I'm going to start off doing is sanding. I'm just going to, you can see I did a little bit of sanding on it, but I'm just going to distress this. And just to get it all gritty looking and worn, and it helps stuff glue to it better too when you have like a nice score on it. Getting it sanded down here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this in a time lapse, and all I'm doing is just sanding it. Okay, so I just got it looking grungy here. And sorry about my hands, I've been messing around with dyeing stuff and inking today and stamping, so yeah, it's pretty much stained on there right now. But then I just did that and grunged that. So I just got it all sanded. And now I'll just take walnut stain here. Do some grunging on it. Alright, so you could do that. And then we also have, if you want, you could do instant coffee and water and just do it in a little spritz bottle here. And this helps get stuff grunged up really nice. And then you can just take your paper towel and just kind of blot it. So like when you did sanding, you got in there and got past the glossy part of the card. So it helps get stuff in, past that glossy stuff. So it gets into like the actual more fibrous, parts of the card is what I'm trying to say. So there we go. So it just absorbs better. All right, so we got that we can play with. Let it soak in for a second. getting it grunged up. Okay. And then you can even take the sides if you want and just kind of, I mean, you could do with scissors too. Just take your scissors and get the edges and make it, just rough them up. We want this to look like a card that's been sitting around since like the 1920s, you know, like, and it got into some coffee spilt onto it, you know, got thrown around and on the street and then picked up of a puddle, and you know, it's just been put away for a long time and then taken back out and used, and so you want it to just look old and tattered here. Alright, and then you can even take it and crunch it up. Why not? Let's do a little crunching it up. Look like it's just been through it, you know. Just want it to look like it's been through a lot. Okay. So there we go. I think it looks like it's been through a lot. Alright, you can even take some more crackling campfire. Just go across it. There, I'm liking that. Okay. Now we're grungy. Okay. So what I want to do is we can look at our fabrics that we got here. And also threads. I forgot to mention that, but I always have my threads right beside me with some scraps in it. Some little scrap fabrics that we can throw in. And fun things like that, because those are always great to layer up with and do some fun collaging. Okay, so let's start with, so this is just like a, this was a blanket, and it's just like a woven, just like a lap blanket, and this is really fun to play with. So, and what's cool is you can just take it and pull it and keep the thread, keep those pieces too, because those are fun to layer. And yeah, so you can just pull it as many times as you want to let it be frayed and stuff. But I'm gonna do this like that. Okay. Play with that. And then this is just grungy. I'm liking it. Grunge. That. That. And then just look and see what you got here, what pieces you want to play with. Maybe throw in a little, some white, since it is Christmas. Maybe throw in a couple of white pieces, some reds, because we're going to have a lot of red going on. And even some black. And you never know. I always go overboard on the thread, but we can always cut it down too. But I just like getting a mixture of it, just kind of going like this with it, getting it all mixed up together. I don't think we need that much. All right. So we'll just put that down like that. Pop that like that. this will go on top. So you got your little thread sticking out. Okay. I'm going to throw some eyelash yarn in here. That's going to look great. So we're just layering. We're just seeing how we like it, kind of stacking it up, seeing what else maybe would look great thrown in there, you know. It's like, but I don't know how much do I want to cover up. Like if I put this down, this could probably go onto the bottom and stick out. Okay, that could be a good one. Alright, so I'm going to take my Fabrifix, glue here. I'm going to start with this on the bottom. You can always build up with paper too. You don't have to have just fabric. You can take your papers and just stack them up and do different, you know, papers that you have dyed and different layers and different thicknesses, and just kind of build up like that too. Would definitely be an option. I just enjoy fabric, and I think it's fun to incorporate it with the paper, you know, like with the card and with those paper dolls and, you know, some of the fun things we're going to use for the Christmas, you know, ideology. So it's kind of fun just to have different textures. I really enjoy it. Okay. And then we're just going to put some glue down. Put our threads down. So this card has definitely been through a lot. It's like it's been decorated and redecorated and, you know, played in poker games and different things like that. And so, I mean, you could just make up a story for it for sure. Okay, and then we're going to put this one on there. I got that pretty layered up. I mean, just look how fun that is. Isn't that fun just to layer up like that? And he's got so much interest behind it. And it's just, it really is. I really love it. Okay. So we did that. Now I want to go ahead and let's just use the crocodile here, and I got 3/16 that I'm gonna let me think. It's gonna go into the journal like this. I can even do it over here, or we could even just tie something off of here too. I could just tie a key and stuff off of this. Let's see. You know what? Now that I'm looking at it, let's see, I got these keys here, and a bulb pin. We do got the red here. Yellow is too much. Let's see. This one might be kind of cool. Maybe we'll use that one. Okay. So it's just got some really neat red and white and black striped beads on it. I don't know if you guys can see those. Yeah. Okay. And let's see. What key do we want to use? Oh, that one's crooked. I like this one. So let's just pop this on here. just tie this on here. Or I could just go like this and then glue it. Maybe I'll do that. That would be easier. So let's take a little bit of glue like that, and we'll just let that set up. And then that'll just make a loop and hold it into place. So that's much easier than trying to tie it. So see what I did there? I just looped it up and glued it right up here, because the little boy and the dog are going to sit right on top of it too. So that'll hold it down. So there we go. So we got a little dangle off of it. Yeah, oops, I'm liking that. Okay, oh, I probably should stop touching it. Okay, don't touch it. I keep sticking to it. Now, let's see. I know we want to keep, I'm going to add some paper like this. But let's see, we want to make sure we can see it. So he's going to go about here. It's a good spot for him. And then we could just do some decorating over here too, because I think we got a lot of layering happening over there. Okay, I don't know if I'm liking that, how long that is. Okay, there we go. Give it a haircut. So we got that. We got a word, which is always fun to use. So we could do this. Do a word. Thinking about taking and making this a little, making the boy and the dog a little tuck, and then this can just tuck in here. Yeah. Okay. So maybe we'll just kind of layer these up, like on top of each other. Like that. Grab my right kind of scissors here. So I have paper cutting scissors, and then I have fabric scissors, because I always make sure that my fabric scissors do not touch paper because it makes them dull. That's the rule. My mom's she's a sewer and she's a quilter and stuff, and she's always, I remember yelling at us kids if we grabbed her fabric scissors to cut like cardboard or something like that. She'd just, don't touch my fabric scissors. So we always had paper scissors, or, you know, stuff you could tell. I mean, these are all grunged up and everything. So these I just use for whatever. And then these are for my fabric. Sometimes I grab them and cut and go, whoops, because I have them sitting right here. So that's why I always have, if you guys have ever noticed, I have a couple pairs of scissors sitting out. And that's why. It's because I have my fabric scissors and I have my whatever scissors. So that's just the way I was brought up, and that's the way I still do it. And it works. It makes it so your fabric scissors stay and last longer. So when you're trying to cut a piece of fabric and want it straight or whatever, you know, it is the worst when it's just super dull. I hate it. I hate it. Okay. So that's a little tip and trick there. A little tip and trick. Okay. So I want to kind of balance this out just a little bit. We're not going to go nuts here. Not gonna go crazy. Okay. I don't want to put this down yet, though. We're gonna put it to the side. Okay. And then now is the time I want to, if I'm gonna do any stamping, you know, any stenciling, things like that, it's a good time to do it. So let's go ahead. Let's do some stamping here. Let's see what we got. Get this out of the way. This one might be kind of cool. And I don't have to put the whole thing on there, you know, I could just do part of it. Just a part stamp. And I just got my permanent ink here. So let's see, I'm not gonna, I just need part of it because you're not gonna be able to see it all anyway. there. I think that's cool. Okay, so we got that one, and this one would be fun. We could do something on the back. It's always nice just to throw some stamping on there. Give it something. Okay. And that's still pretty wet. Now, let's do some stenciling. I got this one I will play with. And let's do, well, let's see, because it is red. So maybe brown might show up. Let's see. Let's just mess around with some snowflakes. That one's kind of fun. So let's see if we can make this one show up here. Oh yeah, I like that. There's that. So that's kind of fun. Let's try. Maybe this will show up if we do like a little something. Oh yeah, I think that'll be fine. That's gonna look really cool. Oh yeah. So there's that. And let's do another one in the corner up here. So this is just fun to play with. Get out your stencils. Oh yeah, I was gonna stencil on the front. We're putting everything away. Let's see. Let's just do, not much of it's gonna show, so maybe we'll get one in the corner here. We'll know it's there. And maybe the pop of it right here. And put it on the fabric too. Oh yeah, look at that. Not sure what's gonna show, but isn't that cool on the fabric right there? So that's kind of fun. Okay. We did our stenciling. Check. Okay. That's really cool. Now, what I want to do is, I'm going to show you guys how to put the paper clip on. So what I have is just a bigger paper clip. So it's just one of the big ones. And I just have some fabric here. But you can use paper or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is, you could see the one that's up here that doesn't connect to anything and it just keeps going like that. We're going to want to put our fabric through the piece that has the solid down here, right? So it's going to attach up here with the fabric like that. So depending on which way you want to put this into your journal, where, like if you put it on, if we glue it, you know, and put the fabric down like this, it'll slide into your journal this way. I don't have a journal sitting out here with me, but like say we attach it to here. So say this is your journal. It's gonna go this way. Or hold on. Like that. There we go. So it's gonna either slide on like that, make sure I'm in frame here, and you'll have it on that side of your journal, or if we glue it this way, you can slide it on like that. So depending, you just got to think about that, how you're going to put it into your journal, which way you're going to want to glue it, you know, and which way you want your image and stuff. So I think I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I just slid it through, as you can see, and I just did it through the solid bottom because you don't want to do it on here, it'll just fall off. So I'll have it so when it's glued on, it'll be like this, and I can attach to this side like that. Okay, but it just depends either way, whichever way you want to do that. So I'm just gonna go like this, take my Fabrifix glue. Oh, so how I did this was for another project and I had it left over, is it's just a piece of Christmas fabric, and then I sewed another piece that's smaller on top, and I just sewed them together. Just, you can't see that. Okay. Yeah, I just stitched them with my sewing machine together, so I just stacked them. So I figured this would be cute to put in here. And you can even make it thinner. It doesn't need to be this wide. I just didn't want to cut it because then it wouldn't have the cute little sewing right there. But yeah, you can do it however you want. Okay. So this is just really fun to add to your journals. I'll have to go get my journal in a minute. Get a journal just so I can have it and show you guys. Okay, so I'm just gluing that side down. And like that. And then just go ahead and just glue so your paper clip isn't moving anywhere. Just go ahead and just glue all in here. Just like that. And then we'll just shut it. Then your paper clip isn't going anywhere. You just go like that. There. I mean, how fun is that, you guys? It's pretty cool, huh? Okay. So there we go. So we got our paper clip. All right. And I just wanted to add that first before I started stacking everything on here and putting things where I want it, because it'd be hard to put that on after. So, because he's going to be a little tall like that. So yeah, so just think about that kind of stuff. Like, you know, when you want to add your paper clip after you grunge it and stamp and, you know, do some stenciling, however you want to do it. Okay, so these little guys right here, I want to do a tuck. So let's see. So I can bring him over a little bit here. Okay, so I'm just going to want to glue his head, his little feet, and the dog's little feet. Okay, and then just leave it kind of open like that. So let's see. There we go. I'll just press that for a second. And we'll get the this stuff grunged up. We'll grunge up all this before we add it. I wonder if I should have added this in the background first. Probably. So you got to think about that kind of stuff. Like if this is going to go back behind, but I think I could just slide them behind there. I'll just slide it back. Yeah, so that'll work. So you just got to think about what the next step would be to layer up and how you want to layer it. Okay. So we're just going to do some grunging here. We even got our coffee. I could do that. And then the back is probably white. Yep. Got to grunge that up. We don't want none of that. So I just spray them and then take my napkin and just blot it. And you can just see it just gets it grungy. There we go. We're just kind of grunging it up. There. Same with this. All right. So I mean, really don't think about it too much. Just kind of, oh, that's red. You don't want to put, can't put red on red. Okay. There we go. Now, let that dry over there. one back behind. Glue it right on the fabric right there. Pop that there. Make sure it's not crooked. Add some fat or threads, and then we'll just pop this down. There we go. And then you can just get your threads up more if you want. However you want to do it. And if you get any glue where you don't want it, with the Fabrifix you just rub it and it'll ball off and just roll off before it dries. But there we go. Okay, so we got that far. I mean, it's pretty fun, you guys. You just kind of look at your stuff, see what you got, and you know, just start layering them up. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so this can go here, but I'm gonna add some fun things to it. So let's see what fabrics we got here. Give it something sticking out. Oh, that's kind of pretty. That one's fun. Okay. Maybe. Okay. So let's see. We'll play with all that. So think about it. It's going to go in like this. Okay. So I want to kind of make sure nothing's really here so it can tuck nicely. But we can play with the outside of it. Let's see what we can do. Thinner. Maybe do something like that. Let's see, maybe a little bit of white and red. Glue. Pop this down. Okay. Maybe I'll flip that. I don't want to cover up the D there. Make sure you guys see what I'm doing here. I feel like my head's in the way, like I'm hunched, I'm hovering. So let's see. I'm trying not to get in the way, but I get so into what I'm doing here, I forget to talk. Okay. So I'm just pretty much just layering it. Just kind of seeing what I got. Doing some layering. So I don't want to cover it up. But I do want some threads happening here. Oh, that's fun, you guys. Woohoo! I like it. See, that's too much. But we could do a little snip. Just kind of go like that. There we go. And then this bottom one. There little layering up like that. Okay. And I'm just pretty much just, you know, seeing what I got and just kind of stacking it up, throwing a little threads in the middle of it all and just letting them stick out and just look all wispy. Okay. And I do want to do this. Let's see. Oh, I'm not talking to you, Kitty. She thinks I'm talking to her. She thinks it's snack time, which it's getting close. Okay, so we're gonna take and just do something on the back because you're gonna be able to pull this out and look at the back of it. So kind of like that. Let's go like this with it. Okay. Do a little star here. Boop. All right, so that's kind of fun. I don't want to do too much. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So we got our little you tuck it in here, and you got yourself a little pocket or a little tuck. So there we go. I think that turned out really cool. And let me go get a journal so we can put it in there and take a look at it. Okay, so before I add it into my journal, I forgot I wanted to put the little mini fastener on there. So I just have some packaging that I use for the background, and then my poker tool here. So I just put it back behind it, and I'm just gonna put it right, maybe right here. So I just poke a little hole, grab one of the mini fasteners, and they're just really tiny. Fastener, and just pop it through the hole. Because it's kind of fun to have a little metal additive to it. Just makes it look really neat. I really like these. I think they're fun. So there. So you just got like a little mini fastener right there. So there, I just wanted to do that real quick and add that. And then this goes in the pocket. Okay. And now let's add it to our journal. So you got your journal here. Okay. And you just take it and go like this. And there you go. And you just add it just like that to your journal. So isn't that fun? I mean, how cool is that? And you can just flip it up and look at the back if you want. Like that. And then that's why so depending on, I would think about it, which way you want to like decorate, you know, like to put the lace and stuff if you're doing fabrics, like, because this can stick out like that. So you can have it sticking out. So that makes it look really, really cool. So there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.